We know the truth now. Peace to y'all, peace to y'all, peace to the Thai Americans, peace to nature's chosen people on nature's chosen land. Today I'm gonna be taking questions, doing Q&A. I'm doing Q&A today on YouTube. TikTok just banned my live for no reason, but it's all good. Any questions, put it in the chat. Patrice, what's up? What's up, Patrice? Roll the coin. Rena, what's up? Hit the like button, hit the share button, put the coin in the chat, put the coin in the chat, put the coin in the chat. I'm taking questions from all my people today. August the 16th. August the 16th. Meet me at Ottawa Mounds. Ottawa Mounds, August the 16th in Georgia. Between 1 and 2, y'all get there. I'm going to be out there all day. August the 16th, meet me at Ottawa Mounds in Georgia. Roll the coin. I'm going to do a live and a speech from Ottawa Mounds. I want to meet the people. I want to chop it up with the people. So y'all meet me out there if you can. Ottawa Mounds in Georgia. August the 16th. This is why I'm going to meet you there. When the first Mongolians and Caucasian Europeans came to North America, they found earthen mounds. They found earthen mounds, people. Mongolians are Native Americans. Mongolians are Native Americans. Why are Native Americans coming to America and finding earthen mounds? Because they didn't build them. We built them. Roll the coin. We built them. That's why they came here and found earthen mounds. Anybody got any questions, put it in the chat. I'm taking questions today. I'm taking all questions today, fresh out the chat. Any questions, put it in the chat. Roll the coin. Daryl Harden, what's up? Patrice, sis. Shanghai Chronicles, what's up? Any questions, put it in the chat. Coppercorn Mound, what's up? Love you, and I'm in love with you. Let me see. Leonard Broadway, thank you so much, bro. Appreciate you, brother. Any questions, put it in the chat. When Mongolians and the Europeans got here, the mound building people was already here. The mound was already built. It was already built. Look, Mongolian and Caucasians came to North America. They found earthen mounds already here, people. It was already here. Roll the coin. Any questions, put it in the chat. Let me see something. Now, in Davenport, Iowa, I want y'all to see something. In Davenport, Iowa, they found these tablets, right? It's Hebrew. It's Hebrew, people. Let's go check it out. Characters, which resemble letters of ancient alphabets, Phoenician or Hebrew. Davenport owl. See that? Let's keep going. The peculiar features of this picture, a class of mound builders practicing, they try to say man sacrifice, but it wasn't no man sacrifice. It was all crops. They try to make us some type of evil people with images of the sun and the moon, right? Arch of the heavens. Copper axes, copper beads. Larger tablet containing pictures of either side representing some type of cremation scene, they say. But what I want y'all to know is the loose black soil, that is Kemet. That is Kemet, the black soil in America, in Iowa, found at these places. Hieroglyphics on the tablet in Iowa. I want y'all to understand that this stuff was already here. America is called the New World. I'll claim America is also an old world, compared well with other countries. See that? What astrology okay, the first question is what astrology books. Um, this is what you got to learn about astrology. Um, let me see, who was there? Capricorn Mound. This is what you got to do. To understand astrology, first you must learn the stars of the Milky Way, right? Learn the stars of the Milky Way. Learn about Sirius, Orion, Pleiades, Hyades. Learn about the Summer Triangle, um, Aguila, Lyra, and what's the other one? Cygnus, Summer Triangle. Then you learn about the spring equinox. What stars are in the spring and summer equinox? Then you start asking about what is the significance of these stars with agriculture, right? That's how you learn it first, and then it gets into everything else. Yes, Leonard, there are mounds in Cougar, Mississippi. Why didn't we make better weapons to fight the YT people? Daryl Harden, good question. We were nature's people. We didn't have firearms. We had bow and arrows, right? The firearm was created by people of war. People of war created the firearm because they was always at war, so they had to find something to protect themselves or take other people's things with firearms, right? Our people never needed firearms, so we never studied that. We never studied the art of hurting each other. Europeans and Africans and things like that studied the art of hurting each other. So and Mongolians and Asians also. So we didn't have a firearm. We had bow and arrows because we were nature's people. We used bow and arrows for hunting and stuff like that. So they came with wars of mass destruction, with materials of mass destruction, while we had materials for hunter. I mean, for being a hunter, right? Because we were nature's people. Um, By the time we figured out about the guns, they had already got inland and started taking over some of our areas in America. The gun got them people into the inland with our people. I'm upset they passed the bill for digital currency. It's time for us to an extreme black stand and not work or spend money. B should be. That's a good point. Um, they did the war in Israel when they bombed Israel and Palestine and stuff like that. They bombed Israel and Palestine and stuff like that. And while they was bombing Israel, it was misdirection. They wanted you to watch the war while they passed the bill about the currency, the digital currency, cryptocurrency, right? So while we was watching the war go on, they was passing the bill under everybody's nose about cryptocurrency and digital currency, right? There was the whole see, a lot of this stuff is misdirection. It's misdirection. It's all about the stock market. It's all about a personal gain, right? They was investing in war stocks. War stocks went up. They put the bill on the crypto and the digital currency, and then they stopped the war after they passed all the bills. So when nobody pay attention to what they was doing. They distract us, and then they go back behind us and do things that are that we're not paying attention to, so they can get over it, right? But this is what happened with the gun. The gun was made by warmongers. Explosives made by Mongols. Mongols explosives. Then the Europeans got hold to the explosives from the Asian Mongols and turned that into some type of firearm. And in Timeri, we wasn't even on that. We wasn't making tools of mass destruction. And they came over here with tools of mass destruction on a people who was nature's loving people living on the land, not trying to hurt nobody, because we didn't believe in that. They came with that war against our people on this land. So this is what happened, Bishop. While the war was going on, they was passing those bills behind our back. Now we know about them. Any questions, put it in the chat. Any questions, put it in the chat. Time for us to take a major stand. Yeah, we still on the colonization, bro. Jeremy, what's up? Appreciate you, bro. Caden, what's up, bro? Yeah, they snatched my live down. I think Charleston White is an agent, man. I spoke on Charleston White. Super agent. He is here to cause confusion and act like, our people just supposed to hurt each other and act like it's just, he acting like it's a problem that things go on, but at the same time, you talking about violence about a child and they still let you put this stuff up on the internet. That's crazy. Yeah, he an agent. But y'all meet me at the mounds, man. August the 16th. That's the first step in what I'm trying to do. I'm gonna meet up at a lot of different mounds, and we'll start meeting up at the mounds. Yeah, he don't love us, bro. He literally said he talked about an unalive child for money on a podcast. They turned us into hunter gatherers, bro. They turned them into hunter gatherer. Carolina Tobacco, what's up? If we were ancient Cushites, Canaanites, how did we fall? Did we turn to ideology? Um, Throughout history, nature's chosen people have been attacked from every side. What they won't teach you is nature's chosen people were one people coming from one spot going around the world. Everywhere they went, they were attacked, even at home, right? They took our knowledge and started making ideology. Because Egypt started doing ideology with the knowledge, right? Then Egypt turned into Rome, Greece, Muslims, and Christians and Arabs, and so the original people who came from Mary was always attacked, and then when they finally got took over, they got enslaved, right? But the firearm helped hunter gatherers get to the top of the food chain by unaliving all our priests and chiefs and people of knowledge. They hung them and burnt them and shot them and made everybody else prisoners of war and broke their language from them and broke their tradition. So nobody would uprise against them again. Same thing they do in America. If a melanated person like me becomes powerful and I can lead my people, I become a terrorist. I become, stuff like that. If I put a name on it, I become a terrorist, right? That's why I just say roll the coin. Ain't no name on this. It's just a people who knows the knowledge who come together for a common good of getting our shit back. But this is what they the system that they built up. When one of us get enlightened and start talking to our people, we become some type of enemy of the state, right? People think this is a joke, but this is real. At this point, I am an enemy of the state, the corporation. Because anybody who can get people together and do anything, who is melanated and who speaks out and who come out there and put his face on the line is a problem to the corporation and the state. That's what's going on. Yeah, these people want money. Everything is about money. Everything is about monetary gain. Everything is about, at this point, everything is about monetary gain and keeping our people oppressed. You gotta understand, y'all, it ain't really about when it first started, it wasn't about color of the skin, right? Because you had melanated Europeans and Africans over here too. It was about keeping the indigenous people down. That's what it all started from. It didn't start from racism. It started from keeping the indigenous people down. Same thing they want to do today. They do not want indigenous people to uprise and take their shit back. It became racist over time, but the official role of the colonizer is to keep the indigenous people down, the original people down, and they still on us. This is what you got to understand. So no matter what we do, no matter what laws they try to pass or who we vote for, or no matter what we do, it's not gonna help us, bro, because it's set in stone that this shit go against the indigenous people. You can't give them too much. The original people, you can't give them too much. They will uprise. You got to keep them in fear. You got to keep them unknowledgeable about their ancestry and how great their people was on the land. So you got to hide everything, right? You gotta knock the mound down. You gotta take the artifacts and hide them. You gotta take the tablets with our languages on them, right? You gotta unalive anybody speaking that old language. You gotta ban that language in America. That's what's going on. Yeah, let's promote August the 16th. August 16th, Ottawa Mounds, Georgia. I'll be there. But no matter what we do, that's why I don't believe in politics at all. Politics is made to keep us down. So all that Trump teaching and all that old who wrote the treaties and who done I fuck all that. It don't matter to me because all of it was made to keep us down because we are original people. That's the big secret. It ain't that they racist or none of that. They just know that if you uprise, you can run their ass back to Europe. And they lose all their monetary power and control over us, right? They work together behind the scenes to hold us down. Listen to this, y'all. Listen to this. Georgia is putting people on probation for traffic tickets, bro. They just want to get you in the system. They want you in their system. You owe them money. They want to lock you up. They want to make your name bad. It's all a system to keep us connected to the monster or to the corporation, right? So anybody trying to do paperwork to be down and get them some type of land or be a Moor and try to be going to courtroom with some paperwork, I'm not with none of that. The whole system is not my system. I'm not even walking in that building with these evil people trying to reason with them for something that they took and they are upholding what they took. So no matter what we do, no matter what kind of paperwork you sign, no matter what go on, it's not gonna work because it's designed for the original people to fail. The whole system. So I don't even go in there and play with the system. I don't want to be no parts of the system. The system is not put together to help us at all. I ain't doing no voting. I'm not doing no talking about no politics. I'm not doing none of that. Why? I am engaging in criminal acts if I act with the government any kind of way. Because that's not the law of the land. I go by the law of the land. The law of the land ain't got no treaties. Did you sell your soul, Unc? No. Sell it to who? Court. Who I got to sell my who am I selling my soul to? Huh? Copper Corn, appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that. Who am I selling my soul to? Do you sell your soul? My soul for the ancestors. Roll the corn. My soul is for the ancestors. Guess who control my soul? My great grandmama controlled my soul. Roll the corn. Can you speak on Canaan? Canaan with a K. Canaan with a K is the ancient culture. Canaan with a C is the culture in Israel, Middle East, Africa. This man say Stephen A. Smith sold his. Let me get you out my page, bro. Start the break. The land of Canaan is here. The Canaanites came from here. The Canaanites became the Hebrew Israelites over time on the land over there, right? Unstoppable Chosen One, I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. That's love, man. Y'all meet me at the Mounds, August the 16th. Canaanites left America, the land of Canaan with a K, that is Hebrew. A C, Canaan is English. That is the name of those people who put that that became English when they got to the Middle East and Africa, right? Over here, this is the land of Canaan with a K. That's the old culture, the old world. Look it up. The mound builders are who created all of this knowledge of America, and it went around the world. Because the pyramids are not older than the mounds. It's a newer structure. Mounds are ancient prehistoric monuments, and the pyramids are just ancient monuments. Had to be a mound before there was a pyramid. Everything our people done, Coppercorn, was redeemed evil. Everything our people done was redeemed evil. Chief Santoriwa, the melanated chief with the let me show you. The melanated chief who see can I find a receipt. The melanated chief who was in Florida, these people had tattoos. They had tattoos. Hold on, let me see can I find it. Just give you an idea what I'm talking about. Roll the coin. Everything we done was demonized, people. Evil. We are the sinners. The Christian church want to make us all the sinners so we can keep praying to them and all of that. They switched the whole vibe. Now, let me give you a kind of idea what I'm talking about. This is Chief Santoriwa, whitewashed in the book, right? See them tattoos? See them tattoos on that chief, right? That's our culture. Yes, we had tattoos. We had tattoos. Everything we done was made evil. Everything. Our language, our tattoos, our symbolism, our teachings, everything was made evil. I'm gonna tell you something. When I read this, bro, it broke my heart. When I read this, it broke my heart, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all what it was. I'm reading about the Choctaw Indians, right? I'm reading about the Choctaw Indians, and they kept saying something about the Choctaw was sinners. The Choctaw was sinners against the church. And I kept seeing this in this book, right? So let me take this down. I hate the background be messing up. They kept saying the Choctaw was sinners. They didn't go along with the religion and all of that. And then I go into the Bible and find Choctaw, a different variation of the word And Shatta means sin. Shatta means sin in the Bible, people. Now, think about this, bro. What are people calling us sinners with the word Shatta? Or did they get that from ancient words and turned it just to people who was associated with Shatta with sinners? This some deep shit now. This some deep shit I'm talking about. Shatta in the Bible is sin. Sinners. We always been the sinners. Roll the coin. Our teachers of the of stars in the southern hemisphere became demons and evil. So it's crazy, man. Any questions y'all got, throw it in the chat. Any questions y'all got, throw it in the chat. Like this stuff is deep, man. Like people think this stuff easy, bro. It's so many hijacks and different things that these people are putting upon our people, bro. It's crazy, and it bothers me with the wordplay that they use about our people. So tattoos are not evil. Tattoo was showing symbolism for your tribe, symbolism for what you believed in, symbolism for the survival of your people. Things that meant great things to our people, we got a tattoo. Same way we do today. Oh, I was gonna go over the mounds was here before Mongolians and YT people got here. Then I was gonna go through some of the old book, some of this old book I had got. I can do it on YouTube, but it's gonna be a little slower. Why is it so important for them to hide the truth and facts? Hold on, let me get Carolina Tobacco first. Was any of our star alignments ever over Egypt? Yes, yes. Carolina Tobacco. Let me break it. Let me get a little deep. Our people had already mapped out the 33rd parallel. Our people had already mapped out the 33rd parallel, the most powerful part of Earth, running through the 33rd parallel, right? So we put mounds on the 33rd parallel in the southeast of America because that is the first place we start learning the knowledge of power centers on the earth. So Moundville, Ottawa Mounds, Poverty Point, all these places right here in the southeast are on the power grid. A bunch of minerals right there, oil, power, magnetic power coming from the earth. Y'all look up Poverty Point and the magnetic circles. The magnetic circles at Poverty Point. Go read about that. We had already mapped out the power centers in the southeast on the 33rd parallel, right? Our people got so smart that we took that 33rd parallel after we evolved the building pyramids all the way to Africa and put it on the Nile, because the Nile runs through the 33rd parallel also. Then you keep going, you hit Asia and China, 33rd parallel, hit the pyramid over there. They got a mound pyramid in China, hit the 33rd parallel. Our people were so advanced, we still moving around the world, putting it on the same power grid going around the earth on the 33rd. Really, it's a whole story in the 33rd parallel. The mounds came first, then you come with them pyramids on the other side of the world. We understood that that power center was the best place to put our civilizations at because you can put when you put a crop field out there, the crops grow enormous. See, what you don't understand is energy from the earth is growing crops enormous. Enormous. Then we started to learn free energy and all of that from messing with the copper. You know what I'm saying? So to answer that question, Egypt is in the northern hemisphere. Georgia, Mississippi, Louisiana is in the northern hemisphere. All of it is on the 33rd parallel. So if we take that teaching to Egypt, they still can see the star alignment because they are still in the northern hemisphere, right? So this is a northern hemisphere teaching. And once you take it somewhere else and they still in the northern hemisphere, they still can see it. And we already mapped it out and predicted it before it even happened. And then we look like gods predicting the star alignment and what's gonna happen to people that don't know nothing about it, right? Because we teaching it. So the first 33rd parallel on black soil or black or Kemet is in the southeast of America. Then it goes to Egypt. Good question, bro. Why is it so important for them to hide the truth and the facts? They took diamond mines from us, people. They took $1 million crop fields from us. They took $1 million coastline, Gulf of Mexico, Atlantic coast from us. It took billions of dollars worth of. It ain't about the money, but you got to talk about the money because it's about the money to them. They took everything of value from us. That's why it's so important to hide the history. Let me give you an example. Let's say your family owned 100 acres of land in the Gulf of Mexico. They built shell mounds right there. Your ancient ancestors built shell mounds on the coast of the Gulf coast of Mexico. Them people sell crab legs and crawfish all up through there, fish. All of that land is worth zillions of dollars. Crop fields taken. 100 acres of tobacco, 100 acres of corn, 100 acres of cotton. This is profitable to them. So we have to hide these people knowledge so they will never know that we took their stuff and made ourselves profitable. And then you may make you a prisoner of war. They start building banks off the money they got off the plantation from your crops. And then they put the people on the plantation who are prisoners of war up for collateral to get loans and build other businesses. These people are using what we had to get them rich, and they are hiding our culture so you won't never figure out that they sitting on your land making trillions of dollars, calling you ghetto and broke and sending you back to the hood while they on your great 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 grandmama's land being prosperous. That is the real reason they want to hide your history. So everything they developed was based on agriculture. Yes. Rena, yes. Good question. Rena, we've been here so long that you had to figure out a way to feed your people. All that astrology is for the survival of your people, right? All of it is for the survival of your people. Think about this. You are trying to build a civilization. You got babies, small babies. They got to eat the whole year, even through the winter. This ancient times now. This ain't no food nowhere. You got to kill what you eat. This ancient time, you got to kill what you eat. Ain't no buying no plate. You got to kill what you eat. You got to grow what you eat, or you ain't gonna eat at all. Ain't no knowledge if you starving. The knowledge was figured out to feed our people for survival of our kind and make it easier for us. So when the harvest came, the all-seeing eyes, the harvest, we so respected it. Why? Because that is the time for the harvest of the crops to feed our people. If we couldn't feed our people at a fast rate in ancient times, a lot of us wouldn't be here. That's why the ancestor is so powerful. They figured out a way to feed their people without hurting nobody, without hurting nature, without killing up all the animals, without making fake ass vegetables and fake meat. They figured out a way to feed everybody, and they showed love and respect to the planet and the stars, because the stars showed you what time of year to plant and harvest the crops, and the earth regenerated it. The earth never stopped. The earth never let us down. It always fed us. So when you got a fed people, when your people ain't suffering from malnutrition and they fed, they can get knowledgeable. They can get spiritual in the field. You get spiritual in the field because the field what fed your people. Roll the coin. Now, YT people got jobs for us to feed our people, and our people looking up to them. But in ancient times, we look up to nature. Nature fed us. Ain't nobody bigger than nature. That's where the star alignment came from. That's where the all-seeing eye came from. That's where the spring equinox and summer solstice come from. The spring is the planet. The summer is the harvesting. The winter is the storage. And we learned those stars, they got something to do with these times of year. And they became very powerful to our people because this is what's feeding us. Our spirituality for feeding our people became religion. The stars we talked about that aligned to feed our people became religions and teachings and Hebrews and Atlanteans. That's where all this shit come from. Something got to make you spiritual. See what I'm saying? Hard times make you spiritual. Good times don't make you spiritual. When good times going on, we don't care nothing about no spiritual. Listen, folks don't get to praying and getting on their knees if something bad happen. I just got to tell it the way it is. Our people were dying, and we figured out a way to feed them. Didn't nobody else in the world know nothing about it. And when they start seeing us doing this stuff, them people holy. They spiritual. Them natures and God's chosen people. They in tune with the earth. They pulling all the minerals out the earth. They growing all the crops. They building all the stone structures to live in the winter. Hunter-gatherer was sleeping outside in caves. We got whole stone structures with fires in them, with food. They starving on the outside in the cold. That's what made spirituality come about. Roll the coin. Any more questions? You don't know astrology. You know point and laugh and mispronounce because a lot of this is false. Chat GPT, Aeon ratios. Aeon ratio, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, Aeon, since I don't know astrology. What what star what star is in the manger? Aeon ratio. What star is in the manger? Aeon, where you at? Aeon ratio. What star is in the manger? Put the answer in the chat. Don't go Google it neither. hunter-gatherer. What stars in the manger? Where they come from? Huh? Hurry up and respond. You got 10 seconds. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? You don't know nothing about this. You don't know nothing about this, bro. You don't know nothing about this, bro. It can't be your culture. It cannot be your culture. You don't even understand it. You don't know what you're talking about. You gotta go back to the beginning, bro. Not the middle, not the end. The middle is ideology. The middle is Horus, Osiris, Isis. That's the middle of the knowledge. They became part of the alignment of the stars that fed us. We took that and made it some type of story to teach. Hunter-gatherers took the story and made them into real deities. They taught me free Arcturus powers, free energy building. Yeah. Arcturus. Yes. You can pull photons off a star and light up a building with copper. The building got to be grounded and they got to have positive and negative. Roll the coin. Yeah, I know he's trolling. I'm trolling him now. I'm trolling him now. Yeah, we had mounds to store food also. We had mounds for everything. Yeah, they were starving in other places, bro. Virtuous people, virtuous farmers, Keisha. It's exactly what we were. Why you think Jesus is a shepherd? Why you think all the good men in the world were shepherds, farmers, carpenters, masons, ancient masons, not Freemasons, ancient stone masons, ancient farmers? Everybody didn't have that knowledge back then. It took a culture to build that knowledge over a long period of time, and they gave it away for free. They gave it away for free. Let me show y'all something. I'm seeing I found a receipt. Our people had a covenant with nature, people. We had a covenant with nature. And the covenant with nature was to take the agriculture and astrology to places that didn't know it. That's what made us great. That's what made us them people they talk about in the Bible. Roll the coin. I'm finna show you. I'm finna show you. Hopefully I can find a receipt. Roll the coin. We know the truth now. See, can I find that receipt? We had a covenant with nature. That's why the Bible talks about the agriculture covenant. Agriculture laws of nature. But they say God put it on the people, but it's the nature put it on the people. So they turned it into God. We already knew it was nature. We had a covenant with nature and the planet because we had already figured it out. Did nobody else figure it out? Here we go right here. Watch this. Watch this. First, the American Indian were to go to the land not planted or known. Africa, Asia, Europe. They were to go to the land not planted or known. What are they talking about, people? Huh? That is a covenant. The 10 tribes were to go to a land not planted or known. The real 10 tribes. Not the one over there. They are just mixed in with us over there. The one from here. The original, the 100% real bloodline of the Tamaricans, North American Indians. They're covenant with nature, but in the Bible they say the covenant with God. Look it up. The real covenant is to plant places unknown, right? The people who can't plant no crops are the evil people. Look it up. The people who ain't got no agriculture, they are not obedient to nature. They are evil. Look it up. Look it up. Roll the corn. I ain't even got all the receipts today, but if I was on TikTok, I could pull them faster. Let me explain this, bro. We think it's a God with a covenant. That's what the Bible teaching. But the nature gave the covenant. Nature's chosen people had a covenant with the nature. They sat there and said, okay, the world is starving. We are nature's chosen people. We have to take this knowledge that our ancestors have learned for thousands of years around the world. And astrology and agriculture is the base of it. That's the covenant. That's the ark of the covenant. Because if it wasn't for our people taking that knowledge somewhere else, some of the other bloodlines of people wouldn't even be here. Let me say that again. If we didn't take that knowledge to other places, a lot of Africans wouldn't be here. A lot of Europeans, a lot of Mongolians would not be here. Roll the coin. Wouldn't be no damn Buddha. Wouldn't be no damn Osiris. Wouldn't be none of that. Wouldn't be no damn Apollo and Hercules. Wouldn't be none of that shit. Because all of it came from our ancient teaching. Now you see where I'm going with this. Roll the coin, man. We had a covenant with nature to teach hunter-gatherers how to feed their people. North American mound builders. That's why they got the bag of seeds. Not no Egypt, not no Samaria. Samaria had corn just like Egypt had corn. You know why? Because our people took it there. I got the receipts all over my page. I got 500 videos of receipts. Ain't nobody even going this deep into our history, bro. I go through and look at content creators or whatever you want to call them. They're not even this deep, bro. They don't even understand what's going on out here, man. Mary built the whole world, bro. Now we're trying to give it to Moors and give it to Romans and Greeks. Them people weren't even around when we rolled the coin and built them structures. They came later and attacked us. Our people were attacked on every land from every country. We are the first people to traverse this motherfucker. Because the corn was with them the whole time. Not no Africa. Not no damn aliens. Your bloodline from Mary taught these motherfuckers everything. I just showed you. I wish I could show y'all the receipts, bro. The covenant is agriculture laws. The laws of nature. That is the real covenant. That's why all these people lost out here, bro. They think the God is the no. The real ancient covenant was to teach y'all how to survive on this planet. If we didn't do it out of virtuous hearts, well, nobody else gonna do it. We could have sat over here and let y'all starve to death in Africa and Europe, bro, and fight wars. The ancient culture taught this knowledge. It wasn't that many people on the earth like that, bro. The earth was not heavily populated in 5 or 6,000 BC. Roll the corn. We could have easily stayed over here on our land and let everybody starve, bro. That's what sets us apart from everybody else. Roll the corn. We the chosen people. And see, people think I be trying to teach Hebrew and I'm trying to make people religious. I'm not doing that. I'm trying to show you where that teaching come from. That's all I'm trying to do. When I say Hebrew, I'm saying Hebrew. The people who moved around and taught this covenant with nature knowledge. That's all I'm saying, bro. I ain't trying to make nobody religious. I ain't trying to do none of that. They turned our language into Hebrew language. See what I'm saying? Everything we done was misclassified and made religious because we were so spiritual with nature. I'm not trying to tell you, you know, damn Hebrew Israelite. I'm not trying to tell you, you know, Canaanite. I'm not trying to tell you that. I just use those words so you can understand where I'm coming from. But our people was saying Hebrew, so-called Paleo-Hebrew words, and they lived on Canaan. This is Canaan. The Creek Indians was saying Canaan with a K when they came over here. Roll the corn. When you look at it from the perspective of the truth, you can see the truth, bro. All you gotta do is look at it from the truth. When you look at it from the truth, it's gonna open it all the way up. It's gonna open it all the way up. Look at it from the truth, y'all. That's all you got. Roll the corn. Hold on, let me find a receipt. Look at it from the truth. Look at it from the truth. Copper color, African, Mongolian. Look at it from the truth. Copper color, African, Mongolian. Look at it for what it is, people. Fuck what they trying to teach you. Look at the truth that's on the wall, man. These ain't no damn Africans. Hold on. Look at this. This us. They go to African right there. They go to Mongol right there. Mortal enemies of our state of ancient times. If we the same people, why the hell we on his neck? If we the same people, why are we on his neck, bro? Why are we more civilized than them? We got more food than them. We got more knowledge than them. We are higher beings. We've been here longer. We created all this teaching. They mixed with us. Then they started doing idol worship. Do you understand it now? If we so much of the same people, why is this man copper and why is this man jet damn black? And y'all already know who the hell this is. This Mongol, this Khans, this Native American bloodline, Siberian bloodline, them Africans, that's us. They can tell you anything they want to tell you about Egypt, bro. But these people are not from Egypt. Their bloodline ain't from no damn Egypt. Their bloodline came to that land, bro, with that teaching. They can lie to you all they want. Truth now know the truth, bro. I know the truth. I don't even get deep no more. I just give you what you need to go succeed and look at it. But I can go way deeper. What makes them more superior than them? Think about it now. This is 3000 BC. What makes them more superior than them and them? knowledge. The knowledge of how to feed your people. That's what makes them more superior than them. You build kingdoms from agriculture. You can't build no pyramid if everybody hungry. You can't build no mound if everybody hungry, bro. You ain't gonna learn no stars if you starving. Fuck a star. Where the food at? You don't become no chief if you can't teach agriculture. You can't become no king or nobody like that if you can't teach agriculture. See, that's what a real king was back in the day. Y'all thought it was wealth. The white people taught you it was wealth, gold, minerals. No. What made you the king of the hill back in the days? You can roll the crops at a high level and feed everybody. That's what made you a king. You made your tribe or your village self-sufficient. Simple. We don't need you, bro. We don't need you. We more advanced than y'all. Y'all are attacking us, bro. Why are y'all attacking us? Because we got gold. We got food. We got monumental buildings. We got beautiful people, beautiful teachings, high knowledge. Y'all on the outside watching us eat, bro. Trying to attack us and enslave us because we can build buildings out of limestone. We can build buildings out of granite. We know comedic science of the body. We doing medicine, surgeries, everything, people. They wasn't doing none of this shit. We got shit out the earth that can heal your ass. They call it witchcraft today. Everything we done was made evil. Think about it, bro. Let's get deep into the ancestors putting it on you right now. Think about it. These ain't no goddamn Egyptians. These Americans on another land, bro. A land unplanted, like I just showed you. We had a covenant to plant the Nile. We had a covenant to plant on the Euphrates River. Now you see it. You see it now. I know you do. You see it. You hear it and you see it. Roll the corn. You feel it. You feel it. I know you feel it. Because it's the truth. Now there's a mass conspiracy about who are these great people. I know who they are. I know where they come from. They ancestors. Listen to me, y'all. Egypt told y'all 5 times who the ancestors was. One time they told you about Punt, the land of Vega. Punt, the land of Vega, the ancestral land. Vega is a part of the Summer Triangle, which our people mapped out over time. Vega is Lyra. Look it up. They're telling you. They're telling you. The land of we are ancestors of the people of the eagle. The Summer Triangle told the whole story. Go research the Summer Triangle and every star in it and what it means. Egyptians said, we are descendants of the eagle people. Why do you think the eagle on the American flag? The eagle is a guila. Red, white, and blue stars are the head of a guila. The Summer Triangle. You better start reading about Cygnus, Aquila, and Lyra. It's gonna break the code. The stars break the code, people. Can't nothing else break the code. You can read all about Egypt all you want to. If you don't know them stars, you ain't gonna understand none of it. Our ancestors knew that if we listen to me, y'all. This is how smart these people was. We're not gonna give you the star alignment. We're gonna give you we're gonna give you a story about the star alignment. But how people understand it means for stars. They think it's real live beings coming from these places. Think about it. We come up with a story about our star alignment for agriculture. Next thing you know, they believe the story to be literal. We made Haru the Sirius star, Orion Osiris, the Pleiades Isis, the ecliptic loop is the womb, that's heaven. Isis is with the Pleiades, Hyades, ecliptic loop. Look it up. Roll the coin. That's the alt cross right there. Now, if we put a story together saying Haru, Isis, and Osiris is the Holy Trinity, the key to life. The Ankh is the key to life. The stars of Haru, Osiris, and the Pleiades is the key of life. The key of life is agriculture back in them days. Ain't no life if you can't eat. Come on, man. All these niggas be making up all this old extracurricular ass knowledge, bro. Y'all going too far. Let's get back to the basics. The basics is feed your damn people. You go to work to feed your child, right? We go in there and bust our ass to feed our children. That's the key to life. Let's get back to the basics, bro. Fuck all this old extraordinary knowledge. Let's get back to the basics. Survival of my people. If I don't go out here and make nothing happen, my child gonna starve under my watch, which makes me nothing. And that's how we looked at it in ancient times. We ain't nothing if we can't feed these children. We just had. So that knowledge became deities and star stories. Then it became religion. Now Haru is Jesus. Now Osiris is God, and the sun is God, and Isis is the Virgin Mary, the Holy Trinity of Christians. You see what I'm trying to tell you? Haru or Sirius pops up in a manger, which is Cancer stars. The stars of the beehive cluster of Cancer is the manger. Go Google it. Google it. Google the beehive stars of Cancer is the manger. Sirius rose born in a manger. That's the Jesus story. See, you gotta know the stars, bro. Once you learn the star, this shit is elementary. Hunter-gatherers don't know it though. Some of them do. The elite know it because they stole all the knowledge out of our temples and places. But regular people don't know this, bro. They don't know this shit. They think these real characters, real people. The key to life is feeding your people. The knowledge of feeding your people is the Ankh cross. The Ankh is Sirius, Orion in the middle, Betelgeuse, Regal, Pleiades, Hyades, and Tauri stars. Look it up. Taurus, Pleiades, Hyades is the ecliptic loop. That is the circle of the Ankh, which is heaven, which was equivalent to the womb in ancient, and when it started getting bigger and bigger in the knowledge. But when all of those align, it's either spring or summer for agriculture. Research it and holler back at me, and you're going to see the truth. It was the reason why we created all this stuff. And we taught it just like that. But they started using stories to teach it. Haru's mother is Mary. Haru's mother named Mary. Tameri. That means the teaching of Haru came from Tameri. Now, who Jesus' mama name? What's Jesus' mama name? Mary. Okay, you're going to start understanding in a minute. You're going to start understanding in a minute. You're going to get it in a minute. It's going to click in a minute. Haru was born in a manger, the star lambing. Jesus was born in a manger, a barn. Hunter-gatherer knowledge. Come on now. I don't usually roll like this, but I got to roll today. I feel it. Somebody needs to learn this. That's why that story is still powerful to our people. That's why that story is still powerful to our people, because it's our story. It's just redone. That's why it's still powerful. They switched it up and made them the characters and made them the masters and the teachers, right? See it? You take our ancient story and redo it. The power's still in the story. You give it back to them with a white face on it. You give it back to them and make them fearful of God. Make the devil. Now we in fear of being sinners. When the whole time they talk about our star alignment for agriculture. Roll the corn, man. Any question about what I just said? Any question about what I just said? Can you repeat the star's name? Sirius. Sirius is at the bottom. Orion's belt in the middle. Betelgeuse, Regal, make the tau cross. That's the T. Sirius, Orion's belt, Regal, Betelgeuse. Now you got a loop on top of it. Taurus right here. Pleiades right here. Hyades right here. When they align, it's time to sow or reap a seed. You reap what you sow. The all-seeing eye is Sirius, lining up with the sun and Orion and the Pleiades, right over the top of the mound, right over the top of the pyramid, right over the top of the Tartarian-style building. We built all that shit. Same alignment, same star, same time of year. Why you think all that shit align on the spring equinox and the summer solstice and the winter solstice? Why you think it's done like that? Agriculture. And we kept that teaching going all the way through thousands of years because it never failed us. Because the stars gonna line up the same way when the world blow up. And we knew that. That's the only truth that we knew. That's the only thing that was pure that we knew. So we used it and taught it. So now, when these stars do this on the spring equinox, you put that corn in the ground. When it do this in the summer, you take it out and we celebrate because the earth fed us. What you think Mardi Gras is, people? You think the French made Mardi Gras? Hell no. The Mardi Gras is the spring sowing of the seed, the green corn ceremony. Put that corn seed in the ground in middle of February, the old world teachings. Them ain't no damn Frenchmen. They were watching us do that. Indians celebrating the spring, the rejuvenation of the world. Now go look at Osiris. What is Osiris about? Osiris is celebrated in the spring for the rejuvenation of crops. That's why he green. He ain't green for no reason, big dog. Osiris is Orion. From that same star constellation I just told you. Now you starting to get it? I just gave y'all $1 million worth of knowledge, bro. How long the chat is? Hour. I just gave you $1 million worth of knowledge in an hour, bro. Everything I just said, go research it. And I'm gonna break this down too while I'm on here. Mecca. Mecca is macaw. Macaw is corn. The pilgrimage to the corn is where they got the pilgrimage to Mecca from. I'm a bad man, bro. Ain't nobody gonna teach you this gangster shit. Ain't nobody gonna teach you this shit. This is hidden knowledge. We used to go back to Macaw, pilgrimage to the Macaw area in America, where the corn rolled in the desert. Y'all think I'm bullshit. I got receipts. We took that teaching over there. Now they got the pilgrimage to Mecca, the black box. The black box. What the fuck that black box gonna do for y'all? That black box is a simulation of the black soil. That black box is a simulated teaching of the black soil. We went back to the black soil and showed love to the planet, the Kemet land we built that rolled the corn in America. Now it's over there with a black box. That shit don't stand for no black box or no damn planet. That shit come from Kemet, black soil teachings. We went back to the black box of soil on the ground. Y'all went back to a black box. You hunter-gatherers thought y'all knew what y'all were talking about. We went back to the fertile land. Y'all just went back to a religious box. These people don't want me to teach y'all this shit, man. These people do not want me to teach y'all this shit because it's going to explain everything. I can't teach you no better. Now you see the world for what it really is, bro. And it hurts. I hurt every day. I see this shit every day. We lost. We don't know what we looking at. We got all these teachers on the internet don't understand none of this stuff. They start their history with Moors, bro. They start their history with Ottoman empires and Christians and all that shit ain't got nothing to do with us. They just took our ancient knowledge and turned it into what they wanted to be. Yeah, they kicked me off TikTok live, man, because I was finna go crazy on there. Like I'm going crazy now. But what I want y'all to understand is it all started from a people who mapped out the stars for 26,000 years, people. You have to map out the zodiac. Mapping out the zodiac take 26,000 years, bro. So we had to sit over here and map out that zodiac, watching the stars every night for 26,000, passing the knowledge down from ancestor to ancestor to ancestor. That's why this knowledge is so supreme. And when we mastered it, when it started back over again to where we started, we knew we had to complete ascension. We had the complete knowledge of the planet. We know how fast the Earth spins. We know what axis the Earth on. We know what planets and meteors and comets are flying. How many years it gonna take? This is top of the line knowledge. Ain't nobody gonna ever do this again. And when it started back over with the first zodiac that they started with in 26,000 years, when they going through the books, we got up and had a covenant with nature to go out and teach it. Think about that. Now, how far ahead we was of hunter-gatherers. How far we was ahead of Africans? How far we was ahead of Europeans, Mongolians? How far we was ahead? 26,000 years of knowledge ahead of these people. You see it now? Like Tupac say, you see it? Now, roll the call. Now, these are 26,000 year people right here. They don't know nothing. They learning from us. They don't know nothing. These warmongers, bro. Hardy. They call them Hardy. Horde. All they know how to do is kill and destroy. Hunter-gatherers. These people are connected to YT people. Real Africans are connected to YT people, y'all. I don't know why they don't teach y'all that. Now one of them ain't got the DNA of these people. Not now one of them. Africans and Europeans are way more connected than y'all think they are. Way more. These nation chosen people right here. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Let me show you something. Think about it now. Nation chosen people. Think about this. Watch this. Let's go back to the walls in Egypt. Just look at what they are. Just look at what they are showing respect to, people. Just look at it. Let me find an old pic right quick. Any old pic of Egypt. Look at what they are showing nature. Look at what they are showing respect to. Roll the coin. Let me find anything. Any one of them I just can find off the top of the list. Now let me show y'all this first though. Let me show you this. You see that? Sirius, Orion, Betelgeuse, Regal, Pleiades. Taurus is here. Hyades is here. This is the T. This is the ecliptic loop right here. From here to here. That's the Ankh cross. This is the key to life. When you see this in the sky, time to feed your people. You see it now? As above, so below. As above, you put it on the ground in mound form below. That's why the Pleiades is all over the ground in mound form in America. This is ancient melanated teachings. The Aldebaran is the sun temple. The Mayans had it. The Mississippians had it. Olmecs knew this. Egyptians knew this. Sumerians knew this. Roll the card. Now, let me show y'all something. Let's just go to Egypt somewhere. Let me just find an Egypt receipt. Anywhere. Roll the coin. Anything on the wall in Egypt. I got a bunch of American Indian stuff in here I just been researching. But let me show y'all something. Let's just go look at Egypt anywhere. Show y'all why it's so important. Now let me stop here and show y'all this first. Let me show you this first. Now, Sumerians, right? Only reason he bigger than them because he been eating good. He been eating good. But I know what this means. This is Earth cross and galactic cross. Don't never forget that. Earth cross is the cross. Galactic cross is the X. Don't you ever forget that. That is the center of the universe. This is where they talk about the stars from. This is along the Milky Way, the center of the universe, Earth cross. Ancient Hebrews got the Earth cross. Middle Hebrews got the X. In Samaria, they had both of them, right? Now, This is a mound builder teaching. These mound builders. That's it. That's it. There ain't no aliens. They just been eating good throughout history. The other people malnourished. We bigger, stronger, taller, smarter. Way smarter. Roll the call. When you are malnourished, you're not at your best, people. You ain't gonna grow fast. You ain't gonna get tall like that. You want your son to play basketball, you better feed him. Roll the call. Now, we giants because we've been eating good. That's why we giants. Roll the corn. Look, early Hebrew, middle Hebrew. These are the first people to put this. This is the earth cross. The first people with the knowledge of the planet had the earth cross. They come out the sky. Roll the corn. They come out the sky. Let me show you. Earth cross come out the sky, big dog. Let me show it to you. The first people to teach that teaching had the earth cross. Here you go right here. Let me show you. Roll the corn. Here you go right here. Earth cross. They turned that into religion. Earth cross. That's religion. You see it? The red is earth cross. You have different zodiacs in different quadrants. This is how you map out time. This is how you map out who created what during what time. The zodiac with the time of the year and all of that. You can tell how old stuff is with these people. Right? You see it? The galactic equator axis is the green. Galactic cross, the X. Olmecs got the X. Olmecs got the X. Egyptians got the X. Mayans got the X. Middle Hebrew, the middle of the teaching, evolved. Now let's go to the first teachers. The first teachers got the cross, right? The first teachers got the cross. Who got that, Truth? Who the people who created it with the cross? Show them that now. Don't let them down. Show them that. The Mississippian. We older than the Olmecs. We older than the Egyptians. We are older than Sumerians. The first Hebrew teaching, the first teaching of the knowledge. Ooh, I'm a bad man. I'm a bad man. Because I show you artifacts. I don't be showing. Let's go look at what the Egypt got. Tamarican. Tamari, the promised land. That's what they stand for. Ty. Middle of the knowledge, not the beginning. And then these people talking about the primordial mounds of creation. The primordial mounds of creation is right there on the Mississippi River. Egypt even told you. When the primordial waters go back, the primordial mound, man is coming out of red clay. Tar. Roll the corn. Watch this. Watch this. Ta. 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 Mary. The knowledge of Ta. You see it? Why that mean Ta? I know why it mean Ta, motherfucker. Because that's our shit. Ta Mary, Ta Seti, the land of the bow. We created the bow and arrow shooting. That's how we protected our kingdoms. We were still shooting bow and arrow when they came in the 1400s. That means tar. They don't come from Egypt. They keep going. They're gonna understand today. This video here gonna go viral. I might go hard all day. That's how I feel. I might go hard all day. That's just how I feel today. Roll the call. We know the truth now. Now watch this. Watch this. We got mounds in America with tar, the cross, earth mounds in Ohio. The first people to do this shit. It's the greatest shit on YouTube right here. Watch this. Let's go to the Mississippian. Let's go to the Mississippian. Ohio mound, earth cross. First people to do it. First people to do it. Because this come before the X. The Tuttle She ain't older than the Mississippian, the mound building culture. Y'all stop that Tuttle She shit. They got that shit come from us. They got the X. Roll the corn. They are descendants of the North American mound builder. Not the beginning. You don't understand it in a minute. They keep watching truth now. You're gonna be a bad motherfucker. Mississippian culture got the X with the sun, center of the earth cross, sun in the center of the earth cross. Roll the corn. You're gonna get it in a minute. You're gonna understand it in a minute. Now they go to the Mayans. Mayans got the X. That's after. These are descendants of the Mississippian or the North American Mississippian mound builders. Descendants of the Mississippi mound builders. The X and the cross and the X with the Olmecs and the Mayans are descendants going to South America from here. Now you're starting to get it. You're starting to understand the timeline now. Yeah. They left North America and went to South America. It ain't the other way around. Don't think we Olmecs. No, Olmecs us. Don't think we Egyptians. Egyptians us. Don't think you know Mayan. Mayans is us. Different people coming from us. Same teachings. Now you're starting to get it. You're starting to get it. Olmecs don't come from no Africa. Olmecs come from North American mound builders. Now you're starting to understand it. The astrology of agriculture started right there on the Mississippi River. Then went around the world. Let's keep going. They keep going. Roll the corn. Let me show you again. Watch this. Watch this. Canaanites. 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 Got that cross right. Then it evolved to the X. Then you put the X and the cross together, like Sumerians. Give me a 2 in the chat. Give me a 2 in the chat if you hear me. Y'all hear me? Give me a 2. Give me a 2 if you hear my phone ringing. Give me a 2 if you hear me. Y'all hear me? Right? Canaanites. They keep going through that. Roll the corn. Now, the ancient Hebrew alphabet, there you go right there. Ta or Tav. We created this goddamn language, bro. We created this damn language. Y'all can stop fucking playing. This language come from here, bro. That language come from here, bro. This ain't no damn Creole. Roll the corn. Fuck out of here. They keep going. What's wrong with these people, man? Look at the Mississippian with the damn There you go right there. He enlightened me. It's on his fucking forehead. Come on, man. We the first people to do this shit. We created it. This shit way older than Egypt. They ain't quit lying, acting like this pottery not older than Egypt. But this shit is older than Egypt. We still got the earth cross on the middle of our fucking forehead. Look, bro. Look. Come on, bro. Roll the coin. I'm showing you the receipts. We know the truth now. The early pictogram of the cross evolved into the X in the Middle Semitic script and continued to evolve to Hebrew letters. The Tav or the Ta. It started with that, then it went to that. Roll the coin. The early Semitic script is the origin of Greek and the Latin T. All that other shit come from this, bro. So these languages not older than ours. I love y'all. I'm in love with you, bro. I'm gonna start going live on YouTube. Fuck TikTok. Roll the coin. They're not gonna let me breathe, bro. I'm just gonna start dropping the knowledge on lives all day on YouTube. Fuck TikTok. They can delete my TikTok. I don't even give a fuck. I need the people on here, bro. They let me talk. They let me kick that shit on here where you cannot stop me from breaking the knowledge to my people, bro. Subscribe to the YouTube, man. Roll the coin. I love you and I'm in love with you. You are nature's chosen people, which is God's chosen people, coming from God's chosen land. Paradise is right here. We got all the agriculture, the fruits, the vegetables. Hebrews got pomegranates. That shit come from here, bro. Citron trees, oranges, lemons. That shit come from here. Ain't no oranges growing on no Nile and in the Middle East, bro. Stop playing with yourself. Them Hebrew Israelites come from Canaanites who come from here. Stop playing with your life. We made Israel holy while putting a mound there and rolling agriculture. That's the only reason Israel worked for damn. We went there and built the mound and put agriculture, and y'all built around it. Civilizations get built around agriculture. That's why the Nile is what it is, and Israel is what it is, and Jerusalem is what it is. Tel Aviv is the mound of spring. Why is it the mound of spring? Because that's the time to put the seeds in the ground, in the middle of the desert. Ain't Israel city called Tel Aviv? Tel means mound, Aviv means spring. The mound of spring. In the Bible, it translated into Tel Abib, the mound of corn. I'm out of here, man. We know the truth now. Research every word I just told you. And you're going to go straight to the truth. That's why we know the truth. Praise to my people, man. I love y'all. Y'all have a great and beautiful day. Galil had the gun, that mean roll the corn in Hebrew. We know the truth now.